friends, Tessa here with Artful Colorist. Welcome back to my coloring corner. Today I'm doing a review on the Ohuhu markers. First off, I want to state that I'm not being paid or sponsored. I paid for all of these supplies myself, so let's get to it. I first got the 40 set and thought they were really great little alternative markers for a cheap kind of alternative to Copic. Somebody on Instagram asked me if I knew of any kind of cheap alternative markers that I could suggest, and I was like, well, I can do Copics or Bics, but I've been having some issues with the Bics. The Bics, for me personally, have gotten expensive in the last few years, and I just, for 36 colors, and I don't think, I mean, they last for a while if you're going to do coloring, but they're not really art markers. They're not designed. These markers are fantastic, the Ohuhus, because they come in a bullet nib and they do have a chisel nib. So they're dual-ended markers and they are designed to be an art marker. So that's a little different than what Bic or Sharpies are designed for. They're really originally designed to be a permanent writing utensil. So I just wanted to try these out and I thought they were great. The 40 set and the 100 set, if you do get the 40 set first, just keep in mind and note that you will be getting some duplicate colors. They do have a bunch of duplicates, but the 100 set gives you a very nice rainbow of a range of color, and yeah, they're great. There's not much to say about them. They're art markers. They give you a really nice, smooth lay down of color. I do want to say that they are not that expensive. They're around 50 cents a piece for a marker, and they kind of have the same kind of styling as a Copic sketch marker. The only difference is they have a bullet nib and the sketches have a brush nib on one end. I do think that if you are going to want to jump in and get a set of quite inexpensive markers, I would suggest to do a 40 set, and that gives you enough colors and enough blues and pinks and not a lot of browns. Unfortunately, this set does not give you, the 40 set does not give you a lot of browns. It only gives you about 3 brown colors and then like a reddy, like a maroon kind of brown, red brown. But they do have a nice tone for a light yellow, a medium yellow, and then a darker yellow. They only have one real true orange. They have like a burnt umber kind of color in number 21. But for inexpensive markers, these are great. When you are laying down the color, they do lay down a little bit darker than what you would expect, but they dry much lighter, and that's a really kind of neat thing with the fact that they are alcohol-based markers. I did find that they were very moist and wet. They were not a very dry kind of marker, where sometimes Bics or Sharpies can be kind of dry when you color with them, depending on just what set or where you got the set or how long you've had them. Maybe this could be also the same thing, but I remember opening my Bic markers, and these, compared to those, these feel a little bit wetter than just the Bics right out of the box, or a Sharpie right out of a box. I do like how the bullet nib is quite small. It's not a big chunky bullet nib, and I like that. I like the fact that it really does work well with more intricate kind of small detailed images, and Angie is known for her kind of in detailed kind of images in her mandrels that she creates. She does do online printing through Amazon, so I color right out of the coloring book. If you haven't seen my video for how I cut the pages out of my coloring book, go check that out. I will leave a link in the description box below. But yeah, so what I mean is that Andy uses Amazon. She uploads her book design to Amazon, and Amazon will print it in their printing facility. Depending on what region of the country you're in, you get it printed in one different region. And so basically you will get your color, you order your coloring book, they print it, and the next day they ship it out. Usually, that's about usually how it works. And I don't mind the coloring, the paper that comes on these coloring books. Some people do. So a lot of times you'll see people wanting to scan them and then print them out for your own use kind of stuff. If you're going to use them for like your own colorings, Angie's okay with that. Just don't sell them as your own. Don't kind of say, hey, this is my design, or don't give credit where credit is due, I believe. Some people think that, I hope that people on this channel who have been following me for years understand that I don't create these mandrels. They are created by a wonderful and amazing, talented artist named Angie Grace. And if you want, you can get all of her stuff on Amazon, and that's where she sells it, or on her website that directs you to her Amazon link. But so going back to my original tangent, some people like to scan these in and then print them out on their paper they like. If I'm going to do that, I like to print them out on the HP LaserJet 32 pound paper, because I find that markers work really, really well on that paper, and they show up really well and they give you a nice tone. It's almost like, instead of having to spend the money to get the expressive blending card, because that can be quite expensive, and sometimes it doesn't go through certain printers if you have a LaserJet. So I do like how the inexpensive, the alternative to the HP, to the expressive blending card, to the HP 32 pound. Why can't I think today? It's been one of those days. I've been trying to record this video for a while and it is just not working. So, to the coloring that I'm doing on the page right now, I want to let you guys know I did this whole coloring with just the 40 markers, the 40 set markers, and then I have not gone in and done a full coloring with any of the 100 set, the extra colors that came in the 100 set. Because I do notice that in the 100 set you get a lot more grays and a lot more browns, and you do get a nice range of greens, and yeah, you get a pretty nice, decent range. You do get some really beautiful teals that doesn't come in the 40 set, but for $20, you can't beat it, because I will have all the links in the description below. Like I said, Bic has gotten a little expensive on their 36 set, and you only get 36 colors for like $30 some or $20 some. Why not spend $20 and get 4 extra colors, and you get the fact that you can get more range with these colors, and they are designed to be an art marker. I could go on and on forever, but I do have to say they were great. I was able to layer and get some blending and kind of age and make things look a little older and kind of give it a little bit more depth to the image. Here right now I'm trying to just kind of add some darkness and shadow to the side, and yeah, I thought it worked out well. If you guys want me to in the future, I am thinking about doing kind of like maybe a color story kind of thing, where I color the same thing but in different color patterns or color palettes or color stories, and we can go from there. And if you guys are interested in that, let me know, because that's something that would be a fun and interesting challenge for me, because it would make me push the envelope of how I color something, and maybe we can kind of do a series on that. Let me know in the description box below if you guys are into that kind of thing. Before this video ends, I wanted to kind of touch upon real quickly why I haven't been uploading any videos in the last 2 months. I ended up having some really bad oral like teeth pain in my teeth, because I have unfortunately really bad genetics with teeth, and many years ago I had to get my upper teeth, I removed them and got a full upper denture, and then this past December I had to do my lower denture. Unfortunately, it's just my genetics, and I could brush my teeth, floss my teeth 20 times a day, and my teeth can still not be healthy. For some reason, that is just genetic. My dad had to go through it, my grandparents had to go through it, and my aunt is now struggling with dental problems. So that is why I've been MIA from YouTube, and I hope you guys understand and bear with me on just regaining kind of my ability to kind of talk a little bit more clearly and precisely for you guys so that you guys can hear me. I am getting back to it. I'm able to eat a lot more foods now than I was in the past, but my overall health is getting better, because we always know that teeth and overall health can wear on somebody. So that's where I've been, and I apologize that I haven't been uploading, but hopefully in the future, as this 2019 progresses, I will be able to give you guys more content. So I am going to leave you now, and thanks for watching. Stay colorful and happy coloring.